Hi guys, you're watching me on Desi Martini, and today we have a very special interview with the director of the movie Bombairiya and with Shilpa Shukla, who is in the movie Bombairiya. Hi Pia, hi Shilpa. Tell me Pia, you've been in Cambridge, New York and Florence and then a movie based on Mumbai. So how did that come around?
I've been a nomad thanks to my parents,
Yeah.
who brought me up all over the world because I grew up like a UN kid.
Yeah.
And so I had this global citizen sort of tag. And I was an anthropologist. I was a professional singer, actually.
Yeah.
And an actor. And then I didn't know what the hell to do with all those three things. But I decided, like so many millions of hopefuls, with zero contacts,
Yeah.
to just land up in the city. And the interesting thing about when I landed is I felt like I had arrived home in the moments I landed. And I think that was a combination of many things. By the way, I like barely ever been to Mumbai before I moved.
Yeah.
I'd been like twice.
On visits?
Just a visit, like 2-3 din, aise. Then how this film came about, a friend of ours told us this true incident that happened to her about her phone getting stolen.
That was Aarti.
Aarti Bagli, yeah. And I thought it was such a delightful tale. I laughed through it. I was like at the edge of my seat, going, "Phir kya hua?" And I told Michael, who, as you know, is the writer and producer, and also my husband of Bombairiya. And I said to him, "We have to write this. This is delightful. It captures something so unique about the city."
So, in the process of making Bombairiya, did you get to know Bombay much, much better?
I did romanticize the city a lot before actually going on the streets and literally fighting a daily war to make this movie.
Yes.
Because we shot only in real locations,
Yes.
which means that you have to engage with the messiness of what it means to be a citizen of the city,
Yeah.
the chaos. And when you're trying to do something as large as make an independent film,
Yes.
it's not a joke. It was made with love, sweat and blood and tears. And लोगों ने बोला हमें, बहुत लोगों ने बोला, जब script पढ़ा, they said, "Are you feeling okay? You want to shoot this in Mumbai,
Yeah, because
on the
this-
streets?" पहली बात, आप सिंग साउंड नहीं कर सकते हो. दूसरी बात, नहीं, आप लाइव लोकेशन में मत करो. Like, don't try it. इतने लोगों ने हमें बोला मत करो.
Yeah.
And it very interestingly, we're in Delhi. We even thought about moving it to Delhi because हम डर गए कि अच्छा बहुत लोग कह रहे हैं, so maybe there's some truth in this, and there was, for the record, truth in it. A simple thing like a girl getting her phone stolen and then negotiating with the thief.
Yeah, I mean that's where the story is taking its twists and
Yes,
turns and
yes.
all the confusion.
And फिर Akshay Oberoi का character Abhishek, who helps her.
Yeah, there's so many worlds colliding that way.
There's so many. Would a girl anywhere else in this country go and sit in a stranger's car? That was the key question.
Yeah.
And that's when we realized, no, it's a very unique story to Mumbai.
Also, very unique about the movie is that it has so many key characters in it. Yeah, it's not just Meghna or
Meghna's story is purely the catalyst for a much larger
yeah,
story.
so exactly. So it builds up into something bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
So I mean, how was it managing so many characters and that too in your debut film?
Another thing people were like, there are 54 speaking roles.
Yeah.
The reason why, the poster looks like it does, because these are the key people who move the narrative forward.
Yeah.
So it's a complete unique miracle.
Yeah, I mean the cast is so unique. There's Radhika, there's Shilpa, there's Adil Hussain, and it's an entire box of talent that you've put together, and each actor, so to say, has a very unique voice, and it comes out in the trailer. Yeah,
It's
so you're playing Iravati in the film, Shilpa.
That's right, yes.
Yeah, so so there's so much messiness going around.
Yes.
And how does Iravati add to all the confusion, and where does she become a part?
Of the chaos?
Yeah.
I think she's someone who is pretending to say truths. I mean, her profession, I mean, being, the political person that she is, but her love for Bollywood and her, foolish love for this man, I would say. I mean, she is hopelessly in love. If you ask me, yes, it is a very warm love story with, many, many shades to it. And so her chaos comes in when she realizes that the man, where she's thinking that she's going to resurrect his career of this fading superstar and also like regain her power and stuff. And, suddenly there's this one thing, where there's some information on the phone and something, and her entire career, everything is at stake,
And so, Shilpa, you have had this very unique filmography where you've done something like a Chak De, then you did something as bold as a BA Pass. So, what was the inviting factor for you as an actor? What was exciting you so much about Bombay?
I think when Pia and Michael sent me the script, it was a very interesting phase in my life.
Yeah.
Because what happens to me as an actor usually is that I feel full very fast, I feel empty very fast.
Yeah.
So I do characters and I give my life and everything to it. I mean, the characters visit, right?
Yeah.
I totally believe that the art is different from the artist, and, the creativity comes in. You make a character, it goes. And then with me, it's like I have to wait for the next character to come where I can give my face or thought or something. So when Bombariya came, I was getting a lot of sex and horror.
Because
after
of BA Pass?
That's right. And exactly the same thing was happening after Chak De. I was getting, all intense, angry roles.
Yeah.
And so somewhere, it was an inner conflict. But when I read their script, I remember, and it doesn't happen very often. Only when I'm really, my gut says that, yes, go for it. I read the script in one go then. And that's what happened with their script, and I was just giggling throughout.
Yeah.
And it's not about whether I could see myself in the film, but it was just such an endearing read,
While we're talking about, movies coming of their own and bigger stars, taking scripts, just because they like a part. Do you think a lot of that is becoming more mainstream now in cinema? As in where a lot of content is coming up and speaking, and what we saw last year is there were big 3-star stars, and none of their films work because there was clearly no content there that the audience was not looking forward to. It was something out of the box, something not relatable. So how did you attempt to make the movie relatable, Pia? It's an experience that it's a very normal experience in the streets of any city probably, that you might get your phone stolen. But what leads to it is what is, it's becoming bigger and bigger in Bombairiya. So, to keep it real and, because sort of in a manner, everybody's acting stupid in their own ways. Yeah. So,
I have watched it, I don't know how many times. Painfully, large number of times. I was watching it last night while I was checking the print for tonight's screening. And I don't know how, but I'm giggling. Still I'm giggling.
I'm yet to watch.
And I think that is what, makes a movie, last longer in the memories of people, And I think that is what people want these days, that, a movie that you can take home with. You can go home with it, and, especially if you find something in it. So, what about you, Shilpa? Do you think it's a great time to be an actor in the industry right now?
Absolutely. Also because I think, again, we've been talking about it, but content really is becoming the hero again.
Yeah.
And this film is, a perfect example of it, because I remember there were times when they would be like, okay, let's take one star and one newcomer or one something. And there was always this... how should I put it? Like this ways to build a market around it or do something around it.
Yeah.
And then suddenly now, because the market is open with Netflix, and so the content is the hero, and the audience knows, and they're exposed to so much. They know. And so it's a great time to be an actor, because yes, we are definitely, the entire platform has opened.
Yeah.
But also to tell a story which is so relevant. And what amazes me is we shot this film 3 years back, and we are talking of something which we didn't even know would exist.
Yeah, nobody saw it coming that way.
Yeah, and especially about the witness protection scheme, which in December is like now it's implemented.
Yeah, and
You know.
so it's very relevant to that. It's in keeping. So the timing's perfect.
You
Timing
know,
is perfect,
so yes, and we as actors are instruments, and if there is some social change which can happen through it, then yeah, I feel so
Yeah, I mean,
good about
it's not an easy issue to talk about
Yeah.
for a layperson, because unless it happens to you,
Obviously.
how is it relevant to your life? But at the very foundation, if we don't protect people who witness a crime, our democracy doesn't work, right? So to talk about the issue in a light-hearted, fun way, to get a conversation started.
Yeah.
कि अच्छा ऐसा कुछ होता भी है,
होता भी
witness
है, yeah,
protection,
I-
witnesses को protect करना, हाँ करना तो चाहिए, witnesses
And
को
that is
protect करना.
actually something that's barely talked about. The posters come with the hashtag be an idiot. Okay. What is that about? Is that something that you want people to take home?
It's a call to action.
Yeah?
Yeah, we want people to be idiots.
Okay.
It's a call to action, and come to the cinema and see what that call to action is. You know, it sounds fun, and it is.
Yeah, I mean, it catches on instantly, like a movie's asking you to be an idiot.
Yeah,
And
because on a daily basis, you know, parents say, "Beta aisa karo, waisa karo." Don't be an idiot.
yeah.
Don't do that. Don't be an idiot.
Yeah.
But we are saying no, be an idiot, and come find out what does it mean, be an idiot.
So this is Pia and this is Shilpa and me, Arunita, and catch Bombairiya on the 18th of January in theatres. And don't forget to write your reviews on desimartini.com. See you.